honest, have you ever picked up your guitar, played the same chords, same strumming pattern, and thought, man, why do I sound the same every single time? Well, it happens to all of us. It's called getting in a rut. So today I wanted to show you a couple different ways to get out of that guitar rut, and referencing last week's video, use the major scale. And it's not boring theory. It can be used as a creative tool. It can help you find new chord changes, play the same chords but in different positions. And it also helps kind of refresh your fingerpicking and strumming ideas. So, what do you say? Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Zamp and I play guitar and get the let out. We're a Led Zeppelin tribute and we tour all over the country. We do about 130 shows every year, and if Led Zeppelin's your thing, then man, I formally invite you. Come check out a show. There's a link in the description. That'll take you to all of our tour dates. And if you do make it out, please hit me up on Instagram. Let me know you're coming out. I love meeting you guys, talking about your guitar journey. We talk shop. And, you know, yeah, I love putting a face to the name that I see in all these, all the comments. So definitely let me know. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me out what I'm doing here on this channel. And to all the members and everyone who's already subscribed, thank you so much. I could not have done any of this without you. So I really, really appreciate it. In today's video, guys, we're going to be in the key of A, and I wanted to kind of go over that little opening track that I played and how I applied it and how I applied what I'm going to talk about in today's video to writing that, but how you can use those same chords and make it into something completely different. So for today's video, guys, first up, I am using my YouTube debut of my Gretsch White Falcon. I will make a video on this entire guitar in the near future. It's absolutely glorious. I love it. And the first gig I played with this was at Red Rocks in 2025. It's awesome. I'm very, very happy with it. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll do a whole video on this. Got Dynasonic pickups, thing plays like a dream. And yeah, I couldn't be happier, man. And today I'm running it into my Bad Cat Cub 440R, which is going into the aux box, and it's going into a boutique 212 cabinet with a ribbon and a 57 on it. And this is the clean sound. Oh, let me turn that up. This is the clean sound. Hold that down. All right. So let's start off. What do you say? All right, so the major scale, right? It's like think of it as a creative reset button. So when you're stuck, the problem usually isn't like your skill level, it's that you're guessing. You don't know where to go. And the major scale gives you boundaries that open up opportunities, and you know where you're gonna go and what chords you can choose from. So today we're gonna talk about the major scale again, as well as the chords in it, and we're going to play it in the key of A. So how do you pull chords from a scale? Well, you got to know what the scale is. So let's go over that real quick. All right. So the major scale in A is going to be A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A again. That's A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D major, E major, F sharp minor, G sharp diminished, and you're back to your A. So as chords, you've got this. Okay, now let's grab a few of those chords, and I'm going to play what I played in the opening track, and I'm going to show you what the chords are, and then I'm going to talk about how they work together. Okay, so here's the opening track, just the chords. All right, so what did I do when I played that? Well, so the whole thing starts off with a little lick like this, right? And it goes into your A, and I played this C sharp to the D chord in the C position, a C-shaped D chord, right? And we know that is referencing the cage system. So if you have any questions on that, I did a video on it right here. You can check that out. I wanted to kind of incorporate, instead of just playing, I wanted to incorporate a little bit of a bass line, because you want to have some movement while you're playing so it's not so stagnant, especially if you're just playing by yourself. So I kind of had an idea of what I wanted the bass line to sound like, and I know that I wanted to walk in, just like the intro, I led into the A chord, I wanted to lead into the 4 chord a little bit, right? And then I'm also going to work my way back down to the 5 when we get there. All right, so the lead in, that's just what the bass line would be doing in my head. So in order to play that with the rest of the chord, you would do something like this. You know what I mean? So it's not overly difficult. It's just looking at it a different way. And I'm hoping that this is helping somebody out there. So let me know in the comments if any of this is helping at all. But what you're doing now is you're just playing that C sharp leading into the D. You still play the A right here. And it works because all the notes are in the major scale. It's all part of the chord. Going to the D, okay? Now I wanted to, the next chord coming up after that is a B minor to the E, right? So that's your 2 to the 5. So from here, I wanted to go down, so play that C sharp again. There's your B minor to your E. That's your 5 chord. Okay, so when you play it all together, you picked out those chords. I want to go 1, 4. I want to repeat that for a few measures. Then I want to go 2 to 5 to wrap it up. Okay? It goes like this. And you can play whatever picking pattern you want to come up with, you know? You can rock back and forth between the root and then the octave and major third. These are different ideas. You can also pluck them all like a piano. So like when you see someone playing a piano, they play all the keys at one time, right? So take your hand and just play the 5th string, 4th string, 3rd, and 2nd in the A position all at once. It's different sounding than this, right? Try it again. You can also any sort of thing that you do will change up the same chord, and it'll sound different. It'll be inspiring because you'll hear it a different way than you always do. So these are different things that you can do to get out of your so-called rut, if you will. Another thing I highly suggest is learning where these chords are in all the positions on the fretboard. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. It's not just me. You can hear it from all kinds of players in different genres. The sooner you understand where you can play the same chord in a different position, the better off you're going to be. Because talk about worlds of inspiration. Here's an A, 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 here's an A. Okay, so and you don't have to play the whole chord. You can play just like the root and the third. And knowing where the different notes are is going to help you out. So that would be something that I would really try and get locked into your dome as soon as you can, where you can find these chords in different positions. Okay? And one of the things that I really enjoy doing is when you play the chord and then you add some licks in there. You got to know where the moment is to play that. Otherwise, it comes across as you're just overplaying and it sounds like constricted in a way. You got to let the song breathe. And what I mean by that is if you do it like this. Let it breathe. Set the tone. Here you go. It wasn't insane and I wasn't trying to like crush in a whole bunch of notes. Like, just try and be tasteful with it. Go to the 2, to the 5. All right, so you can add in little licks. If you wanted to be busier, you can, let's, you can do that same lick that you did here, or I did here. That's another good tip, just kind of side note here. Learn the same licks in different positions. Okay, so to recap what we did, we went over the major scale again, which is huge. You said, you know, it's not going to happen overnight, so keep working on it. Then from that, we use the major scale as to pull your chords out of it. So you have a major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, and major again, right? And from there, you can start picking out different chord shapes and chord positions where you're going to play those chords. So like I said, learn the cage system. And again, I'll reference that video. You should reference it there. Use a capo like I do in that video as well, and it'll help you realize where all those chords are, okay? And you can make the shapes a lot easier, and then it might, again, like this video, you'll look at the fretboard a little differently, okay? All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you can use this as a reference now to use that major scale. Use those chords within the major scale, and, you know, it'll help bring some inspiration. Maybe it'll help you look at the fretboard a little differently, learn where those chords are in different positions, and you know, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, guys. So again, if you're feeling stuck right now, grab your guitar, try this in the key of A, okay? Try it tonight. Don't overthink it, just explore the different possibilities, and stuff like this will help you break out of that rut. If you've enjoyed today's video, guys, I certainly hope that you hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me out, like I said before. And as usual, my friends, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I will see you all in the next video.